Would you pay $3,000 for an oil change? Probably not, but I did. My daughter went to college, did not get her oil changed regularly, and the result was a $3,000 bill for an engine. Since we're all college students today, I think this would be an appropriate topic for a discussion. I know each and every one of you are very busy with work, school, children, and many other things, and changing your oil is not the top of one of your priority list, but it is well worth your time. CarCare.org estimates that 62% of all vehicles on the road today are past due for an oil change. As someone who owned and operated my own oil change business for 20 years and am currently employed as a certified service technician at a General Motors dealership, I understand the importance of changing our motor oil regularly. And today, I would like to give you a little knowledge of why it is important to maintain your car and keep your oil changed. We will discuss 3 steps of your oil change. We will discuss what motor oil does, when it is time to change your oil, and we will discuss the basics of how to change your oil. The Motor Oil Bible by Mark Kaufman discusses the 4 functions of motor oil. The first function is lubrication. Lubrication keeps the engine running smoothly between all the moving parts. The second is protection. Oil provides protection between the moving parts so they will continue to run smoothly. The third, fresh oil prevents buildup from dirt and sludge and provides your engine stability where it will continue to run smoothly. And fourth is cooling. Engine oil keeps your motor running cool so it will not break down and leave you on the side of the road. If one or more of these functions is not working in properly maintained engine oil, it will cause severe engine failure. Now let's talk about when it's time to change your oil. CarCare.org states that oil changes should be performed between 3,000 and 7,500 miles depending on your manufacturer. Now each manufacturer provides an owner's manual in their car that looks something like this. In the owner's manual, there will be specific instructions on when to change your motor oil. On the older cars, it will be provided in the manual. On newer cars that are made within the last 20 years, you will have an engine oil life system that will tell you on the dash when it's time to change your oil. This will be located either on your dashboard, on your steering wheel, or on your console. And again, information on how to correctly read it will be supplied in your owner's manual. CarCare.org says that there are just a few tools needed to perform your own oil changes. You will need a wrench for your drain plug, such as this, just a regular end wrench. Again, in your owner's manual, it will give you the size of wrench you will need for that particular vehicle. You will also need a filter wrench, such as this, to replace your oil filter. A wrench like this is a universal wrench that fits many different sizes of many different manufacturers and makes of vehicles. You will need a funnel when you go to put your oil in, such as this, so you won't make a great big mess. And you will need a drain pan that holds approximately 6 quarts of oil, because most cars manufactured these days hold 6 quarts or less when you drain the oil from them. Okay, the next thing we will discuss is the process of changing your oil. The first thing you'll need to do is take your drain plug out, which is underneath the vehicle on the bottom of the car. Now, if you can't do this, you can find a neighbor or a relative, or if you want, take it to your local auto repair shop, and any of those can change your motor oil for you. But today we're going to discuss how we can do it ourselves. First thing, take the drain plug out from underneath, drain your oil, replace the drain plug back. The second thing you need to do is locate your oil filter. In the owner's manual, there will be an illustration with detailed directions. Replace the filter. After you replace the filter, find your tube where your oil goes in. Usually there will be on the cap of the tube, there will be a picture of an oil can or some indication that's where your motor oil goes. Use your funnel, replace it with the correct amount of oil, which again will be in the owner's manual. After that is done, it comes to the next step. It's time to reset your oil life. When resetting your oil life is a must, because this protects your engine from going over the next time, and you have a personal choice of whether you change the oil or not when it should be changed. The last step of performing an oil change is very important. After you drain your used motor oil, you need to take it to a local collection facility. Usually the cities or the counties have facilities especially for this purpose. Now that we've discussed this today, we've discussed the basics of changing your motor oil. We've discussed what motor oil does, when you change your motor oil, and the basic process of changing your motor oil. In my introduction, I noted that we do not have time, and it's not at the top of our priorities. But it is a very important part of maintaining your car. And yes, in conclusion, it is true. $3,000. The daughter of the man that changes oil for a living paid $3,000 because his oil was not changed. $3,000. That is one semester of tuition wasted on a $30 oil change. Can you afford it? I can't.